The stars above shimmered like distant gammas. The alien vessel descended upon Earth. The observers, a species known as the Urathi, had studied countless planets, cataloging intelligent life, predicting behaviors, and preparing for eventual contact. Humans were supposed to be predictable. They expected either peaceful integration or resistance. What they were not prepared for was this. At first, the humans seemed ordinary, small, fragile, seemingly defenseless. Their technology appeared rudimentary compared to the Urathi, advanced systems. But the creatures observed something strange in their interactions, something chaotic, unexplainable, almost insane. Captain Lyroff, the Ratha survey team, frowned at the readings. Their leaders argue endlessly over trivial matters, yet somehow, they cooperate when survival is required. They fight wars without strategy, and Yatak EV victories Nuna predicted. The aliens' initial experiments were subtle. They sent any probes into CITES, hoping to analyze human responses. The humans noticed them almost immediately, instead of panicking. They adapted, creating tools and weapons to neutralize or manipulate the probes, often in ways the Urathi could not anticipate. Lyra was puzzled. It is as if they are improvising faster than or predictive algorithms can calculate. Their logic does not follow linear patterns. It is adaptive, almost chaotic genius. One evening on Asmalisland City, humans faced a natural disaster. A hurricane that would have obliterated a species. Yet, even in panic, they organized shelters, coordinated food distribution, and developed ingenious methods to protect both themselves and the environment. Meanwhile, the Urathi observers, analyzing from orbit, realized that humans thrived in chaos, almost like they were born for it. Still, Captain Lyre warned caution. We have underestimated species before, but these humans, their resilience borders on recklessness. Their creativity is deadly because it is unpredictable. By the end of the first week, the Urathi convened a council. We believed they were merely irrational, said a member. But irrational does not capture it. They're worse. They're intelligent, unpredictable, and relentless. This is not madness. This is something we cannot easily contain. The humans, oblivious to Thelian scrutiny, continued their chaotic lives building, arguing, creating, destroying, and laughing. But the Urathi could no longer ignore that humans are far beyond mere survival instinct CTS. Humans watched from afar, their eyes bright with curiosity and intent. Yet to the Urathi, their actions remained unfathomable. The alien observers had expected fear, confusion, maybe even submission. But the humans did not panic. Instead, they studied their world, the stars, and the known with unceasing thirst for knowledge. One day, Urathi probe was captured by a human scientist. The creature examined it for hours, twisting and turning its components, learning its secrets faster than an algorithm could predict. Then, it turned the probe into a tool of defense. Using its own technology to stealthily monitor alien movements, the Urathi recording showed shock. The humans were not just adapting. They were designing solutions Thelians old never imagined they would. Captain Lair could hardly contain his astonishment. They understand and apply technology beyond what they have been exposed to. They analyze patterns without patterns. It is unnatural. Meanwhile, humans began to reach beyond Earth. They launched rockets, not just for exploration, but for more strategic purposes. The Urathi witnessed humans transforming every obstacle into learning opportunity. A planetary storm could destroy their city's. Yet they created barriers and devices, harvesting energy from the very winds and getting the time to kill them. Thelians attempted intervention, thinking humans might be contained. But every tactic failed. The humans countered with creativity, improvisation, and unpredictable cunning. They fought back without violence, using plans and traps, their own psychology, unpredictable even by alien standards. The Urathi began referring to the humans not as irrational, Buddhist wild strategists, dangerously ingenious beyond measure. Then came a themament that the Urathi feared most. A small team of humans managed to capture an alien communication hub, translating its data in record time. They learned about alien politics, logistics, and strategic limitations before Thelians could react. This was not luck. It was calculated risk, chaotic but precisely timed. Captain Lyre convened his council again. They did not fight like other species. They anticipate. They adapt, and most dangerously, they learn from everything. We cannot predict their next move. Behold, this is not madness. It is something far worse, humanity. Human leaders, still unaware of how closely they were watched, met with purpose and fervor. They debated, they planned, and they disagreed, but every argument was fuel for innovation. They were chaotic, but their chaos produced results the Urathi had never seen before. One Urathi scientist spoke finally. Wesson probes to decipher their behavior, but they have deciphered us. Their brains operate in patterns we cannot see compute. Their luck is combined with ingenuity. It is more deadly than any weapon we possess. Us humans expanded their understanding. The aliens realized the stakes. The planet was not merely home for them. It had become a highly adaptive, relentless fortress of intelligence and chaos. A species once considered simply had grown into an entity of strategic calculation and unpredictable power. The humans were coming, and they were never too obedient, nor predictable, nor containable. Captain Lear stared out at the horizon. If we underestimated them before, we cannot afford to underestimate any longer. They are not crazy, they are worse. They are human. The humans shut seen the stars and decided the universe was not to be observed but engaged. They built machines and devices beyond NIP predicted capability, turning alien technology into survival tools and strategic weapons. The Urathi found themselves caught in an endless cycle of prediction and failure. Human initiative was limitless, and their chaos was significantly precise. A Urathi counterattack was planned with co-LD logic. The aliens believed humans would react with fear or confusion, but when the first wave of drones arrived, the humans adapted instantly. They used environment, weather, and even their own weaknesses as weapons, redirecting alien attacks back on the invaders. The Urathi started in shock as humans reconstructed every threat into opportunity, turning loss into survival and hunger into innovation. Captain Lear convened his final council. They are beyond containment. They are beyond prediction. Every move we consider, they have seen and adapted. It is not madness. Their strategy and chaos combined. They're worse. Meanwhile, human leaders met quietly in underground complexes, analyzing alien patterns, human intuition and ingenuity guiding every decision. They coordinated cities, resources, and even individual habits as part of a great air plan. The Urathi could not trace your anticipated air strategy. Forever Ismail choice was part of a bigger picture, calculated yet unpredictable. One day, human engineers intercepted an alien supple Ilani Andri program, it without direct contact. They learned alien protocols, exploiting system flaws before anyone could react. This was not luck. It was calculated chaos, applied with precision and creativity. The star shimmered above us. Humans adapted, fought, and prevailed without losing on of what they valued most, their sense of freedom and will. The situation escalated beyond war into AMA, stir-class in strategy. Humans redefined battlefields and think in G, challenging every expectation. The aliens realized humans did not need conventional strength. Their greatest weapon was intelligence, adaptation, and resilience. A plantons considered weak was no strong, because humans should every advantage within chaos and creativity. Captain Lear recorded his final message. Species unconsidered insignificant, they becometh the ultimate predator. Their logic cannot be foreseen. Their actions cannot be forecast. They're beyond madness. They're human, and they are worse. Observation is futility. Resistance is futile. Better to understand and watch, because nothing else can stop them. Humans stood in their world, looking at the horizons and the stars. The Urathi knew nothing could hold them back. They built, they explored, and they challenged the universe itself. No prediction, no plans, no limits could restrain their chaos, for TUS combined with genius. The aliens fled or hid, but humans continued, creating futures where others feared to even look. Their strength was not violence, but creativity. Their weapon was adaptation. Their victory was inevitable. In that moment, the universe recognized a truth long ignored. Humans are never crazy. They were never weak. They were never simple. They were unstoppable, unpredictable, and unimaginably dangerous. The galaxies bent not because humans fought, but because humanity simply existed, and existence made all things possible.